Right, well, we've still got a bit of daylight and some battery. We'll have a quick tour round. Right, haven't done any over here for a little while. But there's quite a lot to collect and stack on the cord, which is over there. I suspect the cord's going to go out to the end stops. Then we'll have to start another one near that ash tree. That ash tree's staying, it's too big for me to handle with my little saw. Once you start felling the big trees, which aren't underwood, and that one is only dubiously underwood, I could make an argument for it because it's stagnated on the bottom. It has been coppiced in the far past, but well, let's not go there. It's not worth the argument. So this bit of hedge is too frail and too low. But if you look down low, it's relatively thick, and that'll sag down a bit more. Thick is good, stops muntjac if you got them, and I might have them. I've never seen one, but I suspect they might be here from coming through the bottom. Also makes the badger think twice, and there are badger sets in this wood. If they really want to go through, they'll go through. This bit of hedge is getting there. We've been laying it over. It's been slightly starved of material because we've had to take everything from the nearest stall is that big one there. Those bits of bean rod and stuff lying up against it. These bits will go on it because I've been filling stuff over there, over this way to get it close. These bits here will go straight on the hedge. So the hedge will take a change in direction of lay from this way to that way. Note the deer damage again. This area cut by my neighbours, not protected at all. This bit of dead hedge is bigger, but it needs to be taller and thicker again. Kind of wish in some ways that I hadn't started doing this bit here. Wish I'd started over the other side. Life would have been a lot easier, a lot less marching about, and I'd have finished that lot there by now. Never mind, I started so I'll finish. Let me pop you on there, line you up with a little notch. How does that look? Can you see if there's any difference? So we felled all that over on the left. There's 8 or 9 stalls left there to do, and 10 or 11 stalls down in there. But that's a bit of a tangled mess because everything's gone over that way to get out of the shade of these trees. So that might take a little bit more working out. Right, up here I've knocked off some of the brambles with my bullock. Last time I was up here with no saw. This will be a Dorset gate between here and here, so that my neighbours can get their tractor in and through should they wish to. I haven't got a tractor. Wish I had a tractor. Bit of dead hedge here. It's getting better. And you see this stall's more or less got away, but even this has been nibbled because there was a pile of brash here, like this pile of brash there, but I moved it. But if you look at it, you've got things like this. This is deer damage, and then it's gone away, and there's deer damage here, and there's probably damage here where you've got this little bud and you've got a bit that's been nibbled off. So all those, each one of those cranks is a bit cut to waste. If you're here cutting coppice as a commercial venture, and I firmly believe that the future of these woods lie in their being commercially viable. It would be rather nice if our government took its head out of its arse and thought about supporting coppice into the future. Not just a way of supporting the local rural economy, i.e. people's jobs, people's livelihoods, but supporting nature conservation, and is currently in vogue supporting carbon capture. Because one of these trees in 7 years will capture a hell of a lot more carbon than the freshly planted sapling in those same 7 years. It will grow a hell of a lot faster. Won't go into the whys and wherefores of that now, but the answer should be obvious. Here's the area we've cut this year. Cut that one, that was the first one because that was just left on its own up underneath this rather stag-headed oak. and then all that area down there has been cut, some of that down there. This dead hedge is getting nice and high. All these bits here have been chucked up the slope, and they'll go on the dead hedge there and there. Built that dead hedge up. Going to build that dead hedge up a bit more. This is high and broad enough. All this timber's got to be moved. This is firewood for keeping me warm next winter. And that's my camera stand, which I twatted earlier with this bit of tree here. I haven't cut this up because I've run out of fuel. I don't propose refilling the thing before walking it home full. It's about half a mile to walk in and out. I'm a bit lazy, so the fuel gets left up here, hidden. So I walk the saw about empty. Down here, you see his dead hedge is mostly 2 years old and it's starting to collapse. So all of these will end up on there. And a few of these will end up along this edge here. We'll just leave them lay on here because the ground floor here won't be terribly wonderful. And when the cords have gone, we'll put them into the dead hedge. Dead hedge down here. Load of stuff to work up, much more than last year. I've been a bit more zealous with actually cutting out this sort of material. A lot of it last year and the previous years went into the dead hedge, but we'll actually use this. So I didn't cut a huge amount last year, but I sold the lot, which was kind of nice. It's nice to see it used. I didn't think there'd be any local market for it. And then back into this corner. This one has actually been cut off, but it's well hung up in there. See it, the ivy's grown up here and then into that tree. This bit here with the rather large bird nest, which is going to come down before it gets used this year, if it does get used the second year. So this will get dropped flat, and this lot here up to this ash will come over this way. That ash will probably stay. See previous words about large trees. But this ash is a coppice stool, see where it's forked, and this ash is a coppice stool. So this is one tree. Unfortunately this one has got this wrought iron and large diameter wire fence vanishing right into it in here. Can you see it? Got enough light. This bit here is only resting on the top, so that would be a bit of a tricky thing to fell. But I might limit up so that the farmer can get to his fence and redo it when it needs doing, which it will do fairly soon. Anyway, that's it for this year. Well, for today. Not it for this year, but I should finish by the end of March, which is my plan. Thank you very much.